Imagine you're about to present an important business idea. Your team has worked for days. The presentation looks good, the numbers look impressive, and everyone wants one thing to win. Then, just before presenting, someone says, change this number, make it sound stronger. Nobody's going to check. At that moment, the problem is no longer about marketing, it becomes a question of values. I experienced a situation like this during a university business project. We were working as we were a small company. Our task was to create a product idea, study potential customers, and prepare a marketing proposal. We wanted the presentation to look professional, so we interviewed a small group of people and asked whether they would be interested in the product. The problem started when we reviewed the results. The sample was small, but most of the people we interviewed reacted positively. Someone in the team suggested that we turn that result into a much stronger marketing claim. Instead of saying 8 out of 10 people we interviewed showed interest, the idea was to say something like 80% of consumers prefer our product. Technically, both sentences used the same percentage. Ethically, they were completely different. The second sentence created the impression that we had studied a large and representative group of consumers. We had not. We only had a few responses. Some people in the group argued that it was not a big problem. They said the marketing always makes products look better, that companies use optimistic language all the time, and that our main objective was to make the project convincing.
The group's expectations conflict with my personal values. They wanted impressive data, but I prefer to be honest. This dilemma also happens in companies where pressure can lead people to exaggerate information to get better results. I suggested presenting the real data and explaining that the sample was small and needed more research. Although it was less impressive, I realized that honesty builds credibility and trust, which are essential in business.
The lesson for me is that ethical decisions aren't always dramatic. Most of the time, nobody asks you directly to lie. Instead, you hear phrases like, just make it look better, everyone does it, or do not mention that part. These phrases make the decision feel small, but the small decisions create habits, and habits create culture. Our workplace culture do not become dishonest in one day. It became dishonest when people repeatedly choose convenience over truth and stop questioning it. The same is true in the opposite direction. A culture of integrity over truth and a culture of integrity starts when someone is willing to say, we can still succeed without misleading people. So, if I face the same situation again, I will make the same choice. Present the truth, explain its limits, and let the audience decide based on real information. Success matters, but the way we achieve success matters too. A good result built on misleading information may look like a victory today, but it can become a problem tomorrow. In business, we often talk about profit, performance, and competition. I think we should talk just as much about trust, because at the end of the day, numbers can attract attention, but the trust is what makes people stay. And when the pressure to look successful becomes stronger than the commitment to be honest, that is exactly when our values matter the most.